Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. So I am going to do a review of my vacation that I just took to St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. I will be giving y'all some tips and everything, and just basically my opinion on what we did in my vacation. So of course you guys know day one was the airport. My number one uh, um tip is to get to the airport super early. Right now, all the people is out. They is out. They is out. They is out. They got vaccinated. They taking these trips, these flights. They're out. So I would get to the airport early. Another thing, and I'm gonna have to find a solution. I lost so much footage uh, from. I lost a lot of footage. I don't know how I lost the footage, but I lost a lot. I did when I was in the airport the first time. I did do like a pan so you can see all the people, and that was all I had did in the airport because it was just so crowded and so busy, and we were running to our gate. That's all I got, but I can't find it. Like, it's gone. And the thing is, when I was on the islands and stuff, it's like my phone wasn't working correctly, and I used my phone to vlog because I feel like the quality of the video is better than the camera that I have, which I should have used the camera. But I lost a lot of footage. There's a lot of footage that I lost, and I'm kind of mad about it, but it is what it is. And so we went to the airport. Almost missed our flight. One of us did. My sister actually did miss the flight because she got held up in TSA for her what you call it machine, her CPAP machine. They took her machine to the side, and she could not go. And I thinking, and this was my thinking, was if one person get left behind, they can rebook one flight versus trying to rebook 10 flights, because it was 10 of us going from one place and one of us was going from another place. My other sister who lived somewhere else, she was meeting us. So that was my thinking, and she was the only one that got left. She had to go on a later flight, which in the end of the day, she got the good end of the stick because we went through everything, and by the time she got there, everything was good. But we took that flight. When we got there, we had to go to the car rental place. One thing I would say is, do not went through Hotwire, but Priceline, or none of those places. Go straight to the rental car place, straight to their site, or call them, because the cars that we were trying to rent online and we paid for, they didn't even have those cars at all. Like, they didn't exist there. And we spent 3 hours arguing with them about cars that didn't even exist there, and they finally just gave us what they gave us because we had already paid our money for it. So that's another tip. Don't rent through Hotwire, Priceline, all them. Might be cheaper, but they might not even have what you want. Like, what you trying to rent, it might not even exist there. So don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And we stayed at this hotel for one night. The hotel, to me, was old. I don't care about old hotels and all of that. And I feel like because it is an island and it's not like what I know, whatever, it just wasn't to standards. The room was two, like the double beds, where you'll have, like, if you have one room, you can sleep up to 4 people. They only gave us one set of towels, and I had to go downstairs at least about 3 or 4 times asking them for towels, because I'm like, there's 4 people in our room and you gave us one set of towels. I mean, even with 2 beds, you would think to give 2 sets of towels. Bathtub was dirty. They advertised it as a like balcony. That balcony was about Debbie. But it was one night. The views was beautiful from the balcony. So I'm not gonna complain about that. It was just old. So if it's something that if you looking, just know that I've already told you it's gonna be old. You're gonna get one set of towels and the balcony gonna be this big. But anyway, the first meal that we had was the first meal of that day, which was about 5 or 6 o'clock because we were rushed on a plane, sat in the parking lot for the cars for hours. So the lobster was good. I don't know if that was me because I was hungry or if it was because it was just that good. But hungry me said it was good. And then the next day we checked into our villa. We went to Koki Beach. Koki Beach is beautiful. The water is crystal clear. There's lots of fish swimming around. It's just nice. The beach is a party beach. I'm going to tell you that. It's a party beach. Now, they do have food out there. They have waitresses going around asking you what you want to eat, what you want to drink. So, and then they got music playing. One of the ladies on the island told us that that beach has a party every Thursday or something. She said whatever she said it was like a party karaoke night or something like that on that beach. So that's a party beach, just letting you know. But it was really nice. We had a good time. We went that day we just went back to our villa. We called ourselves having a pool party, but the pool party was just us, and we just had a good time. That villa was amazing. We did order groceries before we got there and pick them up. They have services where you can order groceries. They'll deliver them to you, or they'll deliver them to the villa before you even get there, or you can order them and pick it up, which is cheaper to order and pick it up. We did groceries so that we can have snacks, and we had like cheese plate trays and fruit trays and stuff like that, so we can have stuff to eat there. And yeah, we had a good time. The next day was, let me see. Yeah, the next day was Sunday, which was Mother's Day. We went on the boat. That boat trip was everything. That boat trip was everything. We had a really good time. Now, they did take us for lunch at this place. The food was not good. The food was not good at all. Everybody got the steak and lobster because, oh my God, the steak and lobster. The steak, the lady said, had been aging for like 31, 41 days. Smelled like trash. No lie, smelled like trash. Smelled like a baby's diaper. It stank. It did not smell good. We thought that it was actually the wind blowing like the dumpster smell. When actuality, it was a steak. And so they apologized. She was like, they wet aged it too long, which I ain't never heard of a wet age in my life. I heard of a dry age. But she said they wet aged it too long. And so they brought us like a new one. I mean, not a new one, a different meal, which I got the lobster roll, and it was okay. I would not recommend that place. But the people on the boat was very knowledgeable. They took us around St. John Island. St. John Island is more, it's like they have like a nature reserve, so it's more protected, so it's not a lot of stuff built there. They have a few like hotels, stuff like that, but it's not like St. Thomas where it's a lot of stuff. But this one is more like protected, so they don't build that much on St. John. We did go by Jeffrey Epstein Island, and one thing that I had to completely cut out of my vlog is the naked people. Yeah, there was people still working on that island, Little St. John. There was people still working on that island, and it's Little St. James, I think it is. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But it was people still working on the island. They actually was some people on a boat right by the island that was completely naked, waving at us. Hey, y'all, the Epstein girls. Like, seriously, it was crazy. Like, please drive on. But yeah, I had to cut that one out because I ain't want YouTube take my videos, my whole channel down. Anyway, the next day was my sister's birthday. And you know what? I'm skipping over something. We did actually go back to that main like strip where our first hotel was. We went back there afterwards. We got dinner at this place, and the dinner was okay. I actually had some French onion soup, and I told them to give me a quesadilla to go home because I wasn't hungry. I was so tired from that boat ride. I was just ready to lay down. But the French onion soup was really good. And you know what? That's another thing, footage that I lost, because before my phone died, I was showing around that restaurant. And then I was showing, because the back of the restaurant, they had slot machines in the back. They had slot machines in the back of this restaurant. And I was like, wow, they got like a casino in the back that you can go be at the casino while you waiting on your quesadilla to come. And they had 2-for-1 drinks, because it was happy hour. Yep, they had 2-for-1 drinks. And then, let me see what else. Oh, the next day was my sister's birthday. And we went, like, the man who took us around, he came and got us again. And he took us to this restaurant. He first took us around, just riding around and showing us stuff. And then he took us to this restaurant called the Cold Pot. That's where I left my body, looked at myself, came back into my body when I ate them oxtails. I'm telling y'all, no lie, I was not putting on for the camera. I was not giving y'all a show. Them oxtails was the best oxtails ever. If you ever there in St. Thomas, go to the Cold Pot. Now, I will tell you this, they slow, like real slow. It took us too long to get that food, but they was worth the wait. And what they did was, which I thought was really crazy, the way they did it was just not just us in the restaurant, it was other few people. So everyone who ordered, let's say for instance, like the goat came out first. Everyone who ordered that in that restaurant got their plate of goat. Everybody who ordered turkey wings got their turkey wings next. The oxtails came out last. By the time I got my oxtails, the people who got their plates first had been done for the longest. But the food was good. To me, most of the restaurants there go on island time. Everything is slow. And you just drink your drinks. And in a couple of hours, I'll bring you some food. But the food was good. It was delicious. And then we left there. Where did we go? Oh, we went to Megan's Bay. Megan's Bay is beautiful. I know it was beautiful. It is more like a more relaxed, calmer beach than Koki Beach. It's more like calmer and serene, and it's just, everything's beautiful everywhere on that island. But it's more calmer and serene and just beautiful. Everything is just beautiful. We left there. Then we went to dinner. And we went to dinner at the Sunset Grill. We had a private room. It was a big restaurant, but we had a private room where we was able to hook up to like the speaker and play our own music. We had a really good time at that restaurant. I had the skirt steak. It was everything and some. It might have not looked like it on the video, but the way they did that skirt steak was, there was one piece and it was kind of folded, and then there was another piece on top and it was kind of folded. So it was so big, I couldn't eat the whole thing. It was so delicious. I took it home and I actually ate it the next day for breakfast with my salad that I had for breakfast. But that was delicious. Yeah, the skirt steak. And that was at the Sunset Grill. And we left there, and by the time we got done with it, I was tired. Again, I'm not young anymore. I can't be doing these late nights. The only time I stayed up late was the first night. And after that, I was like, I'm going to bed, yeah. But The last day, we tried to eat everything that was in the refrigerator that we need to eat. One thing about that place is they had, like, I showed y'all that bar. It basically said that, hey, the tradition here is everybody leave, you know, like, you can't take it with you on the plane if it's already open and stuff like that. So just leave it at the bar, use what you want, you know, from the bar, and leave what you have, you know, at the bar, which was nice. And like, people left condiments and seasonings and stuff like that. So we tried to eat, and there was like anything that is perishable, either throw it away or get it out of the refrigerator or whatever. But anything else, if you want to leave it, you can. So we tried to eat all the stuff that was in the refrigerator. We made that salad out of everything that was like the meat tray and all that stuff. We was just making a salad. We was just trying to eat everything. Now, the process of going home, and one thing I did not say earlier, but when we got there, before you get to the airport, before you go, you need to have a COVID test at least 5 days before you go. You need to go online. There is a website for Virgin Islands. You fill it out. You upload your COVID test. You need the paper copy and to take a picture with your phone with the paper copy, because my sister did a screenshot and they denied her, and she had to take a picture with the paper, and then they approved it. But they give you like 5 days before, so you got a little time to get that in. And you do that. When you get there, you should have like a SQ code that's on there. I printed my paper off. Like, I got my paper in hand. What y'all want me to do? But the SQ code, they scan it and they let you in. Now, there was 2 lines when we got there, and one line was if you didn't take your COVID test, they took them somewhere else. I don't know where they took them to, but they took them off somewhere else, and then the people who had the COVID test and the SQ code went this way, and we went into the airport. On the way out, you do not have to take a COVID test to go back home to the States. You just go back home. Like, they didn't require it. You don't have to have one to leave. You just got to have one to come. I know that some places, and I saw that Edna went to Jamaica, she had to have a COVID test on the way out. They don't ask you that on the way out of St. Thomas. They do say, and everybody says this, they say it even on the plane when you about to get off, please get to the airport 3 hours early before your flight. And they say that because you got to go through customs, then you go through whatever, airport security, TSA, then you can get in. But the thing is, depending on what time of day your flight is the busier time. Our flight was kind of early. Well, I ain't gonna even say it was kind of early. It was like our flight left at 12 something. No, I think it left. Yeah, it left at 12 something, and you know, they board like an hour early, so they started boarding like 11. So we got, no, I take that back. Our flight left at 1, and they started boarding at 12. We got to the airport. We wanted to be there at like 9:30, but we got there at like 10. And it took us maybe about an hour to get through customs, TSA. So if it had been any busier, it probably would have took us longer. So I see why they tell you 3 hours early, just in case. Now, if you are scared to get there 3 hours early because maybe you're going to be hungry or this and that, blah, 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 they got, you know, a restaurant in there, this and that, whatever. On the flight home, on the way home, it was only me and my friend Kristen. We were the only ones on our flight, and they were on a flight that was an hour. The rest of them was on a flight that was an hour after us. On the flight that we was on, it was empty. It was empty. We ended up, like, there was a row across from us that was completely, there was several rows that was completely empty. We asked the flight attendant, hey, can we sit in that row? She was like, yeah. My friend was on one end, on her own row. I was on the other end on my own row. I was watching Dreamgirls. My legs kicked up on the way back. But all in all, with this trip, the trip was amazing. I had a great time. I'm happy I did it. I was a little apprehensive about going away from my kids on Mother's Day, but it is what it is. I need that vacation. And I'll say, if you go in there, make sure you find somebody, eat at local spots, because I say the tourist spots, the food wasn't that good at any of those spots that are like tourist spots. And yeah, just have fun. If y'all got any questions, because I couldn't think of everything. I tried to answer the questions that was asked. If you got any questions, just put it in the comments below. If not, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.